the potential of Leon Bailey in becoming a future great for Aston Villa. So make we see what go on. Watkins beat one, he beats two, he finds Bailey! This guy is absolutely a dream star, and he has the potential to be a future great for Aston Villa. Welcome to Premier 7. I am your host, Ryan Nelson, coming to you with a top-class video as it relates to the man himself, Leon Bailey, and his potential in becoming a future great for Aston Villa. Leon Bailey is currently valued at 25 million euros. Not a bad price tag for the Jamaican International. Of course, if all goes well, his price tag will increase. For sure, Leon Bailey was well known at Bayern Leverkusen. When you speak about flair and pace, he was one of those players who came to mind. He was absolutely phenomenal in regards to his goal contribution, and that was one of the great reasons why he signed for Aston Villa. Aston Villa needed a player like Leon Bailey, and they went in and get him signed. Of course, he joined the club on the 4th of August 2021. However, his contract expires on the 30th of June 2025. His first season at Aston Villa, it was a bittersweet experience. He was only able to play 18 games, scoring 1 goal and making 2 assists. That was because he was plagued by injuries. However, this season, it was better and still continuing. Leon Bailey, this season 2022-23, he appeared for Aston Villa so far in 28 games, scoring 4 goals and making 3 assists. That is absolutely amazing. Remember, Leon Bailey had a bad start to his career at Aston Villa. Not in the case of performance, but based on injuries. And we all know that the Premier League is a league that is very competitive, and it is considered as the most physical league in the world. When it comes on to injuries, it can place players on the sideline for a very long time. For instance, Van Dijk, when he was injured against Everton, and Donny van der Beek, who is still yet to play back for Manchester United. Leon Bailey to me is a player who can reach very far, and I know that this player is a player who is passionate, he loves the game, and he loves his team. The reason why I said that is because psychologically, a player who is able to play under different managers and still have that chance to be selected by those managers shows that the potential is there of representing the team. Speaking of teams, the Jamaican International was featured in the Nations League against Mexico on the 26th of March 2023. That is this year. And I was able to watch the game, and I was looking out specifically for Leon Bailey. And this is what I said about him, having seen his performance on his YouTube channel. So I said, Leon Bailey, you are the present and future of the Reggae Boys. Individually, you are a good distance ahead of the others based on talent, and that is amazing. Speak about his talent, right? However, my advice to you is to continuously keep your head down and work hard, but also wise in the game. Do not let a simple bad pass or two get you down, because it affects your confidence and it will affect your overall game. The game played Sunday was not your best, and to be honest, I argued aloud about your performance because I know you are better than that. But look, just keep the game simple, watch over your performances many times until you become a master of your own craft. Real fans speaks the truth. I am a fan of Leon Bailey. Not because he plays for the Reggae Boys, but because he has the potential of becoming a future great for Aston Villa. And by way of that, I want to see him reach at the highest level. You saw that I said something about him on his YouTube page about his performance, and surprisingly, I got a few thumbs up. So that means that I want for you all to continue to watch, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Premier 7 for more amazing news about teams in the top 7, just like Aston Villa. Now back to base. Leon Bailey is a winger, and many persons like when wingers are full of flair. Names like Neymar, Alan Saint Maximin, and even Anthony are players for which they are full of flair. But I hate when players possesses those qualities and miss out on the basic in regards to the game. And Leon Bale is a player like this. He is defensively good based on my eyes, and let me know what you think about that as well. But he is a player that loves to attack, but he's a player who also likes to pass the ball. But individually, when it comes on to his attacking prowess, I see a few issues because with Leon Bailey, whenever it comes on to playing down the line, he normally goes down to that direction, giving himself less room to make a cross or to make an assist or to get himself out of a tight spot against one or two defenders. By way of that, I know that if Leon Bailey does keep the game a bit more simple, look for passes where deemed necessary, make a pass, get himself into a space. It gives him that chance of becoming more useful in scoring a goal. Typically, this is a 4-3-3 formation, Bailey playing on the right wing. The issue is that for Bailey, against Mexico was a case whereas he normally occupies this section. Now, for him to score more goals in an Aston Villa shirt, Buendia is given the ball, right? Right here. He gives Buendia the ball. If Leon Bailey can find himself into a space right here, Buendia gives him the ball, he finds the net. Forget about Watkins. So that is what I'm speaking about. I want for him to avoid going down to this section, gives the ball to someone, find himself into a space, time his run properly to avoid offside, and he can score a few goals. He's good defensively, but the offensive side needs to improve, and I believe he has what it takes to do so indeed. It may be a major surprise for persons to believe that Aston Villa produced great players over the years. Historically, the club have done so. Trevor Ford, 1946-51, 128 games, 61 goals. Peter McParland, 1952-62, 341 games, 120 goals. Absolutely amazing. But Leon Bailey is far away. However, the player who Aston Villa fans can really remember is Jack Grealish. But he's at Manchester City, proving his worth. And Leon Bailey can do the same. If Leon Bailey continues on the good run under the management of Unai Emery, he can become a player with more flair and more goal contributions. Aston Villa is 7th in the Premier League. They are conceding a lot of goals, scoring less, but it doesn't say that they don't have the potential of finishing in Europe's major competition because they are at 7th place. Leon Bailey is a player for which I rate. Many persons rate him. Currently 25 years old, still have time to reach in his peak, and without injuries, then therefore he can become one of the greats for Aston Villa. He may not play all of these games, and he may not score all of these goals, but remember, it is not all about the goals that players score, but it can be about the assists as well, and his leadership quality that can be behind the scenes. Steven Gerrard did not win a Premier League for Liverpool, but he was a captain, and he did well for them over the years, winning Champions League and other cups. Leon Bailey, it may be a bit impossible for Aston Villa to reach that level of Liverpool's great, but if he looks within himself, he can become one of those players that Aston Villa may be fighting to keep, because once the big guns see your potential or see your greatness, they would want to come in. Just like Bijan Whisper, who goes to Chelsea at the age of 17. Leon Bailey, he have the potential to even leave Aston Villa and go to another club. But if all goes well for him, without being injured, he can be a player who will improve and increase his goal contribution. So let me know what you think about Leon Bailey. I am out right now, but continue to be a major fan of Premier 7 by, watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing for more awesome sports news and updates. Peace out.